Hello again everyone and welcome back to a MechWarrior gameplay video, and today we are looking at the Black Hawk, specifically the Black Hawk Coup, where we're going to be looking at some of the configurations that knock about for this Innosphere Omni-Mech, the first Innosphere Omni-Mech to be added to MWO, not the first Innosphere Omni-Mech to be added to Battletech. Now, obviously the original video was just the general gameplay video. It's a mech that's very, very solid, 60 ton heavy there. That is very effective, especially in MechWarrior Online's sort of high output, you know, all alpha strike environment. But there are other configurations of this design. The first one is this, the configuration alpha. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it exactly the same. So for whatever reason, PGI decided to add the omnipods to make the B and the C and the D variants of the Black Hawk Coup, but not the alpha, and I genuinely don't know why. Because the only significant thing about the alpha is that both of its side torsos have AMS, which in MWO setting would have made it a really, really good sort of support unit, because its only weapon systems are, as you can see here, a pair of ERPPCs. So it's meant to sit back, lob energy projectiles at foes, and yeah, basically move with the team to protect them from incoming LRM and MRM fire, that kind of thing. And in MWO, I think this would have been great as a configuration option, because yeah, it would have allowed you to be able to not only do some half-decent damage as a sniper, but as you're moving around on some of these maps that are maybe a little bit more, you know, tight or knife fight-like, imagine it on certain, like, more open-ended maps as well, like Polar Highlands and that. You could have this mech actually do a really good job in the support role. And yeah, you don't get a left or right torso that have AMS for some reason. It's odd, and I'm not sure why. So unfortunately, the alpha configuration is just this, a pair of ERPPCs. It's got more than enough heat sinks to deal with the excess heat produced. The rate of fire isn't enough that you can actually overheat the mech anyway, unless you're on a really hot environment, you're stuck in lava or something stupid like that. It suffers from all the other issues that, you know, anything when you decide to copy a clan mech, what's it got? Low slung arm syndrome. You've got that as a problem, but outside of that, it's, yeah, it runs like some clan mediums of just, you know, a pair of PPCs. It's got half-decent speed, obviously you quirk it out, well not quirk it out, you put some skill points on it, and yeah, away you go, basically. In the table sort of environment, this again would be a great mech that you sort of have hovering around the sort of midpoint of the lance or allied forces, and yeah, you're going to be rolling that AMS twice to you know, thin the number of projectiles coming in. So it's kind of frustrating. I saw it when I was reading up on what I needed to do to alter the mech, and I did remember that the pack came with the omnipods that were available for you to build the actual mech, because yeah, it's just for whatever reason they made this one different compared to buying other clan mechs. It's odd, I don't know. So yeah, we just end up in this scenario where unfortunately we've got this really trimmed down one. It's sad. Now the match itself I quite enjoyed. There was you probably saw it before if you watched it. There was a frustrating bit where I fired 2 PPCs and obviously invisible barriers just blocked both shots, even though they look like they probably should have been quite accurate, which is rare for me because my accuracy is terrible in MWO. See, I tend to just fire and hope that as long as I'm hitting the mech, at least I'm doing something. But yeah, it was a rare one for me where I felt like I deserved that hit. I deserved to get that hit on them. I felt bad firing at the awesome. I always feel bad firing at awesomes. It's in this game especially because they're just so big and wide and they're easy to do damage to. Because of MWO's system, you know, you can just be very pinpoint accurate on different locations of the mech, and yeah, it just kind of sucks. I was a bit worried about this guy coming over the hill though, because I saw all the weapon systems and in the panic and the wide arms, I accidentally hit the friendly. He overheated though, so I don't think he knows it was me. And luckily I didn't like blow a limb off him or anything like that, so it was fine. It's fine, there's nothing to worry about. I'm going to worry about that. So, it's not, unfortunately, it's not a configuration that I could really sort of talk too much about, because the best part about it is just, yeah, it's just not there. It sucks. I still don't understand why, because usually one of the things that PGI started doing at one point was they started adding AMS hardpoints to mechs to try and curb some of the LRM spam that was going on in the game. And then when they have the opportunity to make a mech that actually has that as a function, it doesn't have any. And it's very, very fucking strange. I even double checked the pack on the store page to see, like, well, was there like a special edition that came with more omnipods or something to make this version? And no, it's not. You just get the standard and the OX, I think it's called. It's like the OS and the OX, and that's it. It's just, it's odd. I don't know. We need to, let's start a letter writing campaign. Dear PGI, where the feck is my A configuration omnipods on the Black Hawk KU? Loves and kisses, you know. Make sure you put the loves and kisses, because that's what's actually going to get them to do it. If you want to get anything in the industry, or you get a review code or anything like that, you have to be entirely positive. You just go, oh, it's amazing, everything you do is great, I wouldn't change a thing, oh, you're just absolute peak perfection, and they'll just give you shit. Anyway, that's it. Black Hawk Coup. I like the weapon system. Lack of omnipods for the AMS sucks, but there we go. There's the match. Have a good one all. Thanks for watching. As always, bye bye.